Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel here on YouTube, The Wrestling Rewind. A lot of news to get through. We were supposed to do a show. Of course, we do a show every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern or 11:30 Greenwich Mean Time. We're supposed to show, we just didn't get around to it. Dave is still quasi off, but we are trying to get some content out as soon as we can. But look, there's so much news to get through. I said I'll do a couple of videos, so I have a bunch of videos going to hit the channel soon. Best way you can help out the channel: like, subscribe, leave a comment to let us know what you think about these issues, and we will talk about them. So the first story here is obviously the bunch of releases that happened from WWE as a cost-cutting measure. And that's kind of silly. Obviously, WWE has had the best year in their history. Not creatively, because, as we talk about on the show, it's creatively bankrupt. But, financially, they're doing incredibly well. Incredibly well. So, this is a load of BS. The first and most surprising name was Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe released April 2021. This one really shocked me. Obviously, he was on WrestleMania the first night on commentary in a poncho, which is not a good way to use Samoa Joe, in my humble opinion. But he's gone and he's done, and that's it. Basically, there was a bunch of injuries. Concussion shooting a commercial took him out. He hurt his thumb and a few other bits and pieces, and it looked like he just wasn't cleared. So, what's going to happen with Joe? At least he's the most not, I don't want to say the most valuable, but the one with the highest upside going forward is Samoa Joe. So I think he'll be okay. He'll bounce back. Probably end up in AEW or Impact. But yeah, man, definitely a bummer. Next up, Billie Kay. Again, they broke up the Iconics for no reason, and she is out there. I really like Billie Kay. I like the Iconics as well, but ridiculous. There was no reason. There was no reason for this at all. On WrestleMania, they had her in the women's tag team turmoil match, which obviously we talked about. It was super fun, and then they cut her. This is a shame. Hopefully, she goes to AEW, or even no, even Impact. I think she'd be great in Impact, working with Danelle Tashwood. I think it'd be that's where she needs to be. Peyton Royce again, someone who there was no reason for her to. There was no reason for her to be gotten rid of. They broke up. They broke up they broke up these tag teams. They split up what they wanted to do with the women, and then they just got rid of them. There was no reason for it. They should have thought this through. The women's division in WWE is the only thing worth watching, in my opinion. And they cut out phenomenal talent. But again, Impact exists, AEW exists now. I'm really don't like that whole they can go to, but in this case I think it makes the most sense. Mickie James, this was sad, and the way they treat her as well really sucked. Where they sent her stuff back in a garbage bag. Not cool, WWE, not a good look. But again, like Mickie James, obviously she is one of those standout talents. Bring her back in as a legend, and then give her a legend deal and put her in the Hall of Fame. Come on, Mickie James. She doesn't need to be an active wrestler, but I think that would be a much cooler way of doing things. I don't know who this person is, but Chelsea Green, I have no idea who she is. Kalisto, again, not a big loss, not a big surprise. Tucker, you feel bad for Tucker. Him and Otis got split up, and he's gone. So you'll probably see him on AEW very soon. Bo Dallas. Now this one makes no sense. The biggest thing that WWE have right now is The Fiend. The Fiend is all the rage. Well, until they did what they did at WrestleMania. But yeah, man, like why didn't they bring him in? Why didn't they have the Wyatt family 2.0, or have him as some kind of element in the Fiend storyline? It doesn't make any sense to cut Bo Dallas like this, and I like Bo Dallas. I think he's great. I think he had a bad run of it because they didn't really know what he was doing. Again, in NXT, I think he's the longest reigning NXT champion. Correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong. Probably am. But yeah, no, that sucks, man. You know, it really is. Another surprising one. WWE creative. There's no excuse for this. There's no excuse to get rid of a talent like Bodas, particularly when you have his brother as your biggest gimmick. You know, you can't do anything with him. You can't bring him in and have some kind of. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, Wesley Blake. Okay, no loss there. Andrade. Yeah, Andrade was. We knew he was gone when WWE kind of finished with him. But they were the big releases over the past after WrestleMania. Their WrestleMania annual spring cleaning. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below.